The course of true love never did run smooth. Thanks, Shakespeare, for pointing out the obvious, as if the endless parade of The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and my personal favorite, I Love New York, didn't already make that obvious. Love is weird. Love is complicated. And one of the most important aspects of love is the physical attraction between two people. But as it turns out, very little of your attraction is under your conscious control. According to the research done by the professionals in the field, most of what you find attractive in another person is related to how much you want to pass on your genes. Now, according to you, this may come as a bit of a surprise, but not an unpleasant one, seeing as you all still have a great interest in sex. The purpose of my speech today is to inform you about the science behind attraction. And when I'm done, hopefully you'll have a better understanding about why you find some people hot and some people not. We'll be doing this by looking at the sight of attraction, the sound of attraction, and the smell of attraction. As you may know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. At least, that's what they say. In fact, there are certain beauty factors that cross cultural boundaries, such as symmetry. Symmetry is the balance between parts, and symmetry is often a key sign of healthy genes. So if two symmetrical-looking people have offspring, they're more likely to be genetically healthy. But I'm sure you're thinking, well, I don't judge people based off their symmetry. But in reality, you do, just subconsciously. A team of researchers from the University of Stirling, Harvard, and Florida State University conducted a study between the Hadza hunter-gatherer people in Tanzania and some regular British people. They showed each group pictures of people's faces, and those picked out to be most beautiful by both groups of people were those with symmetrical features. But the science doesn't just stop there. What you find attractive is much more than just a beautiful face. How you sound can also influence how likely you are to find someone who's willing to bump uglies with you. Women typically find deeper voices more attractive in men, and men typically find higher voices in women more attractive. Deeper voices are caused by the release of testosterone during puberty, and testosterone is often a sign of strength and high fertility. In women, higher voices are caused by the release of estrogen, and estrogen is a sign of high fertility. Corinne Appiella from Harvard's anthropological department believes that this correlation between attractiveness and voice pitch dates back to our days as knuckle draggers. So the signs of high testosterone would have been advantageous in trying to create offspring and then therefore taking care of the offspring. The signs of high estrogen would have been advantageous in trying to find a man to successfully impregnate you. So the next time you're thinking about someone's sexy voice, all you're doing is thinking about how likely that person is able to create a baby with you. And if you think that's weird, well, it's got nothing on the smell of attraction. Have you ever sniffed someone? Or how about, a stranger walks by and you catch a whiff and you're suddenly swept off your feet? Well, I hate to break it to you, but you weren't smelling the real them, just their perfume or cologne. But a person's true scent can play an even larger role in attractiveness. Dr. Klaus Wedekind at the University of Lausanne in Switzerland conducted an experiment with smell. He gathered a group of men and had them wear the same t-shirt for 2 days straight. They could only use odorless soap and shampoo in order to make sure their true essence was captured. After the 2 days, he gathered a group of women and had them sniff each shirt and pick out the one she found the most attractive. And as it turns out, each woman picked a shirt of a man whose immune system differed the most from hers, especially in the key genes of the human leukocyte antigen system and the major histocompatibility complex. Biologically speaking, having a mate with a differing immune system would be advantageous because your offspring will be more likely to be resistant to many different diseases. But I'm sure you're thinking, how does this happen? I mean, I don't just smell someone and think, bam, we have different immune systems, let's go get it on. Well, the answer to this question is pheromones. Pheromones are chemicals secreted by animals that trigger a response in other animals. Pheromones can also carry key genetic information about your compatibility with other people or other mates. However, human pheromones haven't been identified by scientists yet, but there's more than enough evidence to suggest that they do, in fact, exist. The science of attraction is weird. Now, what we think as beautiful, what we think that sounds hot, and what we consider to smell good are related to how much we want to pass on our genes to the next generation. Now, the science of smell, the science of sound, and the science of sight are all complicated and very weird. But all of this is important because all of us find someone attractive. Some of us might find someone else in this room attractive. Some of you may find me attractive. Or not. But this affects all of us in our everyday life. So I hope that by listening to this presentation, you've come to a better understanding of why you find some people hot and some people not. And hopefully, this will help your path of true love run just a little bit smoother. Thank you.